Hey guys, this is a video on my 2006 F-150. It's just a mods list, everything that I've done to it over the past couple years. A few things I want to point out before we actually get into it. This is a 2006 XLT model with the 5.4 liter Triton in it. It is a two-wheel drive. It's not a four-wheel drive. It's a two-wheel drive. So with all that being said, let's get into it. So the first thing we'll start out with is actually the leveling kit. It's a 3.5 inch level with a whole new built front end, completely rebuilt. All the parts are Moog, grease fitted. Absolutely great. It does very well with these tires. These are 35 inch by 1250 17 Nitto mud grapplers. Again, very good tire. I have no complaints about them. If you don't really like a loud mud tire, don't get these tires. I think they complement the truck very well. So we'll move on to the next thing, which is the color matching. The mirrors are in pretty rough shape. I actually painted these maybe a year and a half ago, and I didn't use any primer or anything. I only put one layer of paint on them because at the time I was actually going to get a new set of mirrors, a newer style mirror. But I ended up liking the way it looked white, so I kept it. But I probably will be changing the mirrors out before long, just because I like the newer styles better. We'll move on up here to the front with the actual headlights and everything. This one's a little crusty up top. You know, it's a factory. This is the factory headlight. I just painted the inside Oxford white. I mean, it's color matched. It's not perfect by any means, but for me, it's good, especially with the truck. I think it looks good. I have the bottom bumper plastic is also painted Oxford white. Again, it's not perfect, but for me and my truck, I think it's good. The fog lights are also color matched. I've had a little bit of an issue with them. They're pretty old. Again, this is an old truck. It's an 06. I've lost one of the lenses for this one, and that one over there is just dirty. This is not a pavement princess. I mean, it's in the woods. It's a work unit. It's not just meant for the road all the time. So I've got a couple dings and dents here and there. Paint's chipping in a couple areas, but I think it's pretty clean overall. So then we'll get on to the next thing. Window tint. Highly recommend windshield tint. This is 30% ceramic. This is probably the best mod that I've done recently, aside from a tuner. But we'll get to that later. This is probably the second best, actually. If you don't have your windshield tinted and you're looking to get it tinted, I would highly recommend going ahead and doing it. It's great. It blocks out a good bit of heat during the summer. I live in South Georgia. It's very hot down here. Like right now, it's about 89 degrees and it's overcasted. The side windows are, I think they're 10. They're 10%. For a while, I thought they were 15, but I actually had them checked, and they are 10%. It's 10 on the doors on the side windows, and then when you come to the back glass, the back is actually 5%. I had a new back glass put in. I actually busted my old one out, and it leaked really bad. I'm sure if you have a truck with this model, you probably have the same issue with the power sliding back window. So I just went ahead and got a full piece, and I think it looks better like this without the plastic. Without the sliding glass. The next thing is, I'm sure you can tell, it is leaning just a little. It's actually got 2-inch drop shackles in the rear, and I hate it. I squatted it my 10th grade year of high school, my friends were doing it, I wanted to do it. I thought it was cool, but I'm actually starting to use this thing for work now, and off-roading in the woods, hunting and whatnot. So it's really not the best thing to have these big tires with just this little bit of gap back here. So I do have blocks, and I might make a video on installing them, so that could be coming. The next thing is these ugly eyesore taillights. These are factory taillights. I spray painted. Well, I didn't spray paint. I put some tint over them just to match them with my old headlights. I used to have black headlights on the front, and I wanted the backs to be darker as well. But I ended up busting this one out with a limb, and I'm looking to replace them. I'm probably going to get clear color matched taillights soon too. I mean, there's not a whole lot more. We'll move on to the exhaust. I just had this exhaust like 2 days ago. Before, it was true dual straights, and if you don't know what true dual straights are, it's two pipes running from each side of the engine. Catless, no muffler, no nothing. It's pipe from the manifold back, and I got tired of how loud it was. I just got tired of the clap, and I took it to my local exhaust shop, and I had a single pipe put on with a Y, just a single all the way back out. I wanted it to look like factory again, hoping that it would change the sound a little bit more. I didn't put any mufflers on it, no cats or anything. I just wanted to see what it would sound like, and it's actually a lot louder than it was before with two pipes. What I have noticed with it just being a single, an increase in low end torque. It's got a little bit more pulling power at low RPMs, but it's extremely loud. I'm probably going to get some mufflers put on it soon. I think that's about it for the outside of it. I have my whips, but those are for in the woods purposes, hunting and whatnot. Toolbox, Tractor Supply special, nothing to it. Again, I like it. I mean, it suits me good. It keeps all my stuff in there good. Let's see. That's really about it on the outside. The frame, everything under the truck is painted. It's a little dirty right now, but it's all painted. I painted the underside just to keep it from rusting and everything. We'll move on into the inside. There's not a whole lot in here either. I have got kicker door speakers, 700 watts in each of the four doors, with a Pioneer head unit in there. I also have some Sony mids in the back. It's kind of FUBU rigged right now. It's not very well. I really don't have time to fix it. Just 4 of them on the back headrest, just for a little extra sound, for days at the beach or something. When you're looking to have a little more noise. The head unit is actually pretty good. It's pushing all 4 of them surprisingly well. No static, nothing. There's no amp. It's just the head unit. That's really about it for the interior. There's really nothing else done to it. Now, this tuner is actually new. I just got it a couple days ago as well. It's a Bully Dog GT Platinum tuner. Absolutely love it. It is great. It's a night and day difference for this truck, definitely, because before I could really romp on it and give it some gas, and it would have that delay in the throttle response, and I just couldn't. It really got dangerous. I had smaller tires to begin with. I had some 31s, and it did all right with those. It wasn't a speed demon, but it was a little bit quicker. But once I put these bigger tires on it, if I ever needed to pull out in front of someone and give it some gas, it wasn't good. It wouldn't go anywhere. So I got the tuner, not expecting a huge gain or anything. I just wanted to see what it would do. And to my surprise, it is wonderful. If you do not have your truck tuned and you're thinking about doing it, pull the trigger on it and do it. It is absolutely flawless. I love it. I've probably gained maybe 15 to 20 horsepower. That doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you have a big truck like this, that's a pretty good amount. I did a 0 to 60 the other day with these 35 1250s, these big tires, and this big truck. It was a 6, I think it ran a 6.2. I think it was a 6.2. And again, that's not like exceedingly quick, but for me, with this bigger truck, that's pretty quick. I'm very happy with it. It has 87 performance tune, 87 eco tune. You can set the accelerator to really low where it would get good fuel economy. The same goes for a higher octane, 93, 91, whichever you have. You know, for me it's a 93. Right now I have it set to the 93 octane, and it is an absolute beast. It barks the tires at stoplights and stop signs, everything. It's pretty quick with the tuner. So again, if you're looking to get your truck tuned, by far, you should do it. And this is just a bully dog. I think it's like $450, you know. You can definitely get better tuners. Better tuners mean more power, obviously. Under the hood, I don't really have anything new or any upgrades, really. The spark plugs are changed. They're Motorcraft Platinums, nothing crazy. I put them in at 200,000 miles. Oh, that's another thing, I'm sorry. The truck has 230,000 miles on it. Body, engine, everything. Everything's 230. Runs flawless. I mean, that could change tomorrow, obviously, but this has been a very good truck to me. It does have the Ford tick with the, you know, the cam phasers and everything. But anyway, back to the mods. Platinum spark plugs, nothing crazy, Motorcraft. I'm looking to get a cold air intake to pair up with this tuner, because I've noticed, you know, with this tuner, more power, I'm romping on it a lot more, you know, through town, and I need something to keep the engine cool, and I also need more air going in. So I'm going to get a cold air intake. Maybe in the near future, a cooling system, a new radiator. It has a new OEM radiator in it right now, but I'd like to get a performance one, an aluminum one, aside from the copper, you know. There's not really a whole lot more done to it. I've never had any issues out of this truck. I've had the radiator blow once, but it was completely my fault. It was not the truck's fault. I hadn't flushed the radiator fluid in since probably 2006, since it came from the factory, and that was last year that it blew. Very reliable truck. I know there's a lot of people out there that will disagree with me and say that this is not a reliable truck, and some of them are right, because I know certain 5.4s, these 3 valves, I know they have their issues. You know, I'm very blessed to have one that does not have any of those issues yet. With it being at 230,000 miles, I probably will be getting a new engine rebuild soon with the lockout cam phasers, just to make sure that this engine stays running for a good while. I look to keep this truck for a good while. I've put a good bit of time and money into it, so I'm not really looking forward to getting rid of it. I guess now I could get you a exhaust clip of what it sounds like. Right now the truck is completely warm. Again, it's hot out here, it's not cold, it's like 89 degrees. So I'll crank it up, let it idle for you, and then I'll give it a couple revs just to show you what it sounds like. Catless, no mufflers, just a single pipe all the way back. You can back it. Again, it's pretty loud. I like the factory look, actually, which sounds crazy. I have all these mods on my truck, and I like factory exhaust. Obviously, this is not completely stock factory. Has no cats, no mufflers. And one day I will make a video on my exhaust, get some rolling clips, some exhaust clips, show you guys what it actually sounds like. I'm really just making this video now for mods, you know, to show you guys everything that I've done to it and everything that you might be able to do if you have a truck like this, because I know a problem that I have when I go on YouTube and try to find stuff that I want to do to my truck. There's really never anything there. So I'm just trying to help and, you know, put some stuff out there for you guys to see and let you know what you could do with yours. So with that being said, that is just about all the mods for this truck for right now. Again, 2006 XLT with the 5.4. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.